Continue our exercise, and now we get to item number 4 in exercise 36.2. Number 4, we have the answer: he teaches history and geography. He teaches history and geography, and that sentence would be an answer for the question, what does he teach? What does he teach? And the stress pattern for this sentence would be something like strong, weak, weak, strong. Why? Because we have what? Strong, because it's a question word. Does is an auxiliary in the middle, so it should be weak. He, pronounced as a, just sometimes just the vowel, weak, and then teach, because it's a verb, should be strong. So we have strong, weak, weak, strong. Number 5, we have the sentence at the Grove Road Secondary School. At the Grove Road Secondary School, and it would be an answer for the question like, where does he teach? Where does he teach? And we also have strong, weak, weak, strong stress pattern, because where is strong, does, weak, auxiliary, he, pronoun, weak, and then teach is a verb, should be strong. So we have strong, weak, weak, strong. Number 6, we have I met him when I was on holiday in Florida. I met him when I was on holiday in Florida. So that sentence would be an answer for a question like, where do you meet him? Where do you meet him? And this question would have the stress pattern: strong, weak, weak, strong, weak. Why? Because here we have where is a question word, and a question word should always be strong. Did, auxiliary, weak. You, pronoun, weak. Meet, a verb, strong. And then him, a pronoun, which is also weak. So we would have the stress pattern: strong, weak, weak, strong, weak. Here we have 5 different syllables. Number 7, we have we got married in 1999, and that sentence would be an answer for the question, when do you get married? When do you get married? So the stress pattern would be strong, weak, 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 strong, weak. And the reason why we have such a stress pattern, because we have the word when, question word, strong, did, auxiliary, weak, you, a pronoun, weak, get, here this is another auxiliary, because get married is it's called as a type of syntactic structure that is called get passive. So get here is not a main verb, but it is an auxiliary, so also weak. And the word married is composed of 2 syllables, married, because it's an adjective composed of 2 syllables. It behaves like a noun, and noun tends to have stress pattern near the beginning, so the stress will be on the first syllable, and the second syllable will be in stress. So the stress pattern for this question would be strong, weak, 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 strong, weak. Here we have 6 different syllables. So this is how we form these questions, and this is how we identify the stress pattern for each question. Let's go to the last exercise in this unit, which is exercise 36.3. Think of a computer which people speak into, and it writes what they say. This computer wrote the underlined part of these questions incorrectly. You can read what it heard in phonemic letters. Correct the writing. Now we need to figure out what these phonemic letters really mean. So let's start with the example. What do you mean? It stands for what do you mean? What do you mean? Because it was pronounced in very fast speech. The do and you were combined together, and both of them were pronounced as if they were a single syllable. So instead of saying do you, we say dear. What do you mean? What do you mean? So let's do the other parts. Number one, have you told? Have you told? Have you is a syllable composed of two weak syllables combined together into one. What? Who have you told becomes have you told? Have you told? What do you say? What do you say? What? Now this sentence is number two. What did he say? What did he say? Did and he were combined together to become do you. Number three, when do you start? When do you start? Composed of do means do you start. But because both of them are weak, they were combined in a single syllable. Do you. Where's he gone? Where's he gone? So where does he go? Where has he gone? Where has he gone? And instead of saying has he, we say z. Where's he gone? How do you do? How do you do? Dia is dia means do you, but because both of them were pronounced as unstressed words, they were combined together to form a single syllable. So instead of saying how do you do, we say how do you do? How do you do? So this is the way we pronounce auxiliaries and combine them with pronouns. When they are both unstressed, we tend to combine them in a single weak syllable, and then we will have something like who have you told instead of who have you told, or when do you start instead of saying when do you start, or how do you do instead of saying how do you do. So this is the way we deal with auxiliaries and pronouns in fast speech. I hope you enjoyed the lecture, and I hope that was easy. Thank you very much, and we will talk about new lecture next week, inshallah, or maybe on Thursday. We'll have a lecture on Thursday before Eid, inshallah. Bye bye.